This draw feels like a defeat. Like, I don't want to come here and rant. I really don't want to shout. But to be really honest, I cannot really come here and put a smile on my face or try something else. I'm just broken today. Like, that was a shambolic performance from start to finish. That was an absolute shambles of a performance. Thankfully, Caicedo was there to save us. Thankfully, he was one of the players that played absolutely fantastic for the whole game. Because if not for Caicedo today, that could have been the same what happened under Pochettino last season. That was absolutely, it felt like we were playing Pochettino ball today. It was very disappointing. Like, no excuses, nothing to hide. We are playing a Manchester United side without like a proper manager. They were there for the taking. They did not do anything special. They stuck to the basic. Mazraoui was absolutely solid defensively. Casemiro was absolutely solid, rolled down the ears. You had Martinez who had a fine game. Billet had a fine game. And they were just defensively strong. And United just got the job done. But they were not special. And an absolute shambolic performance by mostly every player on the pitch. Bar 4 or 5. It was very disappointing. Tactically, again, I'm very disappointed today. I'm not going to throw my toss out of the pram. I'm still very happy with the side, the way they played this season. I'm still very confident. But today, again, was an eye opener that how much we still lack maturity, how much we still have to grow. And today, the wait continues. You can say I'm a bit angry, I'm overreacting here, we should be proud. See, I'm not a type of fan that is absolutely negative. But I'm also not a fan that's going to come here and cuddle and say, well done, we move forward. Today was in shambles. How much longer this video is going to continue? Today, forget the name Manchester United, forget the ground. It was a shambles of a performance. If we played any decent side today, we could have been dropped today. For all the rest in the midweek, we had all the players rested, energetic. This Manchester United side played most of the players today against Leicester. They should have been tired. They should look exhausted, but most of the players on the pitch were not up for it today. Very disappointed with the performances today. The passes were not coming off. Final third play was really poor. Defensively, whenever United had the ball, it looked like they're going to score the goal. Midfield wise, it was absolutely empty. Like Lavia Caicedo, positioning wise, was not really good today. Gusto was, what can I say? I feel for the man. He was absolutely like he had no confidence. Positioning was wrong, and it was very easy to bypass the Chelsea midfield. Just really disappointing stuff all over the pitch today. Very disappointing, even to the manager. Manager got a lot of stuff wrong today. We cannot take that away. See, being constructive doesn't mean you're negative. If I'm criticizing the manager right now, it doesn't mean I don't trust him. I trust the manager. I trust my team. I trust my manager. I trust what my manager has been doing whole season. But in this match, again, we were not really good. In the big games this season, we have not really been good. And again, for the midweek players resting, midweek taking Newcastle lightly, I think we have paid a heavy price today and a disappointing performance. So we'll discuss a lot in this video, but I have to give credit to Manchester United. They played well. They should be disappointed they threw it match in the end. They could easily have scored the goals in the end. Garnacho, thankfully, Garnacho was playing for us today because, yes, he had some good shots, but there were so many opportunities where Garnacho made wrong decisions today, which work in Chelsea's favour. United, in the end, could easily have snatched victory here, and I will not even say they're not deserved. We were that poor today. And for me, this draw for me feels like a defeat. I don't even want to come and absolutely shout here. I celebrated the goal hard, but after that, the reality really struck. Really disappointed. And congratulations on moving to top four. To be really honest, bro, this defeat, this draw doesn't even mean much. We could lose to Arsenal or draw next week, and we could be back in seventh. We are 2 points above Brighton, 2 points above Tottenham. We are equal to Aston Villa. We're equal to Arsenal. We are behind Nottingham Forest, and we are right now just 6 points above this Manchester United side. And if Arsenal beat us next week, Brighton win their game, Aston Villa win their game, Tottenham win their game, we could be seventh in the league. So again, we are fourth right now, but we could easily be seventh in the league by the end of next match if we don't beat Arsenal or at least get a draw. Very disappointed in the performance today. Nothing to hide it. Just I have to say, Caicedo, majestic strike. Absolutely majestic strike from Caicedo. That was a wonderful goal. When this man scores, he only scores bangers. And Caicedo for the whole game, he was carrying Lavia. Like, I love Lavia to bits, but Lavia was really, really poor today. Let's not get away from that. Caicedo was again doing a lot of work for Lavia, carrying the ball forward, was one of the better passers for us in the play. Caicedo was the one, along with Palmer, who was always trying to make that forward pass to cut the Manchester United defense. And Caicedo has been playing really well this whole season, has been one of the best performing midfielder in the league, but the media never really tells about it. This man has been absolutely outstanding for the whole of 2024 and really showing why Chelsea paid the price for him, not because of the goal, but because of his overall performance. Caicedo was absolutely fantastic today, and the strike was very, very good. Absolutely outstanding strike. from Moses Caicedo saving us. And if Enzo Fernandez had some finishing boots on and knew how to hit the ball in the back of the net, because for this guy, I love Enzo. I want him. Like, this was a moment where he could have turned everything around at Chelsea. I just don't know why he cannot hit the ball in the back of the net. I just don't know. But let's leave that aside. Caicedo was absolutely outstanding defensively, attackingly, has a midfielder. He carried the whole team today, along with Pedro Neto as well. Pedro Neto ran his socks off today, defensively, offensively. Pedro Neto was top class today for me. Pedro Neto is a player I really want to talk about today because he was fantastic. Along with Moses Caicedo, these two were the best performers for us today. Absolutely outstanding. I won't give others too much credit. Palmer was average. He still tried to make some good passes, but was never helped. Madueke was again very inconsistent today, but there were 2 or 3 opportunities when Madueke was free. He begged for a pass, nobody found him. And he was playing with Gusto in the first half, where I feel for Gusto, but Gusto was misplacing everything, which wasn't helping Madueke a lot. Jackson, absolutely isolated. How can you even blame him? He had no to nothing service today. On Sanchez, good for the whole game, and does what Robert Sanchez does, throws it all away. Fofana, good and bad. Really good in some situations, but absolutely horrific in other situations. Colville, the same. And you go on to Reece. Reece was fine, but Reece made 2 or 3 so many poor mistakes today that could have been capitalized by another opposition. And tactically, I think we should have started Cucurella. Starting Gusto on the left was a wrong decision. So it was a poor match all around by the team. I cannot get away from that. It was a very poor one. Big up to Anurag Bhai people. Do go and subscribe to Sports Rate. Big up Anurag Bhai. And Chelsea will hammer Arsenal at Stamford Bridge. No. Hopefully we get a victory or a draw. But if we play like that, we aren't going to hammer them in any way or regard. This is the way we are going to play. Because Arsenal under Arteta will be defensive. They won't be like any other big team who will try to give the game to us. Arteta will make his side sit back. Gabriel Saliba defensively with Ben White and Timber, with most probably Rice and Partey, and they're going to sit back and counter. And that is something we don't like. We want the teams to play head-to-head with us and we destroy them. And Arsenal will do the opposite. And when the team tries to not play football with us, we struggle. This is why Arsenal is a much tough opponent. This is why I wanted to win today. So even if we can lose to Arsenal, nobody cares. We're in a good position. But now we are throwing it away now. And now we have put ourselves in a situation where we have to at least get a draw against Arsenal, or else we could easily be 7th or even 8th in the league. Very disappointed today. I cannot get away from that. But I have to say about Moses Caicedo, top class performance, majestic goal, and has to be talked about more by the media and the rivals and all the fans around the world, because this man got unnecessary criticism for the last season, unnecessary abuse, unnecessary vilification, but this man has been top class, really good, best midfielder in the league this season, one of the best midfielder in the world this season, doing everything you need from a midfielder, to be really honest. And Pedro Neto, top class today, absolute top class. Yes, he had less service in the first half, but whenever he was getting the ball, he was making things happen. In the second half, defensively, tracking back, he ran his socks off. Attackingly, still looked one of the most dangerous players we had in the team. Really good by Pedro Neto today. Very good shift by him. Other than that, Palmer, average. Jackson, isolated. Lavia, average. Fofana, average. Colville, average. Sanchez, brain fade movement again has always for him. Cucurella came on and was so many times out of position. Gusto, I really feel for him, but right now, the man is not in any confidence. He's not in any confidence right now, Malo Gusto. I really feel for him, but I think under Pochettino, in that system, Gusto was given the freedom to bomb forward, come back, bomb forward, come back. Right now, in this inverted role, he's still learning, and right now, I think it's going to take him a long time to understand the system. While for the other players, to be really honest, most of the performance today was average. For Manchester United, even as a neutral, first of all, well done to Manchester United. I think a lot of players at least show the desire for the club today. Not perfect. United were also not good today. If you're a United fan watching this video, you will agree with me. Even United were not as good as you expected as the season has gone on. But in terms of some performances, Casemiro, he rolled back ears today. He was really, really good, Casemiro. Mazraoui, I always been saying for a long time, defensively, he's the best at United, and he was fantastic today. You go on to Martinez. Sometimes, yes, he looked a bit sluggish, but still did a really good job. De Ligt made some very important blocks. Onana, to be really honest, had nothing to do in the whole game. How embarrassing is that? For the attacking quality we have got, Onana had nothing in the whole game to really do. He had a nice day at the beach, could have easily had a drink and a beer. We never even tested him. Ugarte was poor. I think Ugarte was really helping us. And again, we have to question foul after foul, foul after foul, but no second yellow card. But let's leave that aside. And then you go on to the other departments. Haaland ran his socks off today for Manchester United. Rashford ran his socks off, tracking back. Garnacho, I think, especially to be really honest, I like Garnacho as a neutral, and Garnacho can score wonder goals. But this man today, his decision making, it worked in Chelsea's favor. Like it worked in Chelsea's favor because if Garnacho had the final activity in terms of scoring, like understanding and making the right decision, he could have killed us today. Could easily have scored two today, Garnacho. So he was really, really poor today. Ahmad came on. I think Cucurella dealt well with him. And for United, there are more positives defensively. For Chelsea, shambles defensively. Whenever United had the ball, it looked will concede a goal. Midfield wise, it was absolutely empty. And attackingly today, we were out of sorts today, not in confidence. Really disappointed today. I can understand your pain, but I feel you guys will win against Arsenal. Hopefully, bro, we win. But the reality is, Arsenal is the same type of team we don't like to play. So that is my biggest problem. United, they came with a game plan. They started the match with a lot of possession and control, but once the match went on, they sat back and they countered, and that is the way you play against the Chelsea side. You don't give Chelsea, you give Chelsea a bit of respect, and then you take them on. And today, at least I will say after 85, 86 minutes, United would easily have pounded the winner. I'm very disappointed. You can say you're being negative and all this stuff, guys. It's fair enough. It's your opinion. I respect it. I respect each and every opinion that people that are watching the channel. I love you all, but being very honest, guys, I cannot come here and try to be like nice, cuddling, and giving false words and false hope to all of you. Today was disappointing. I cannot come here and say that. It was a very, very disappointing performance, and I'm broken today. Like today was a time to get this streak of Manchester United away 11 years. The team disappointed all of the fans today. We can criticize on one day. I'm not throwing my toes into the prime. I'm still very proud of the side. I'm proud of the manager and the players. But today, they let us all down, and it was a very poor performance. Now it's time to go back on the training ground, work hard, and get the winning feeling back at the club again. Poor week for us. Newcastle, shambolic. Today, shambolic. We have to go there now, work on the training ground, and get the winning feeling back. Because it was very, very poor today. I'm not going to sugarcoat it in any way, in any regard. Very poor from the team all around. But now, let's quickly discuss some players, a lot of things, and a lot of topics. So people who are watching, please do like and subscribe and give me your opinion of this game. Especially if you're a Chelsea fan, what do you make of it? Do you think I'm being overly negative? Or I think overall, should we be very angry with the side with the way we have played today? Being very, very honest, for me, this draw feels like a defeat. I cannot really sugarcoat my words. It really feels like we've lost the match today. That's the way I'm really feeling right now. And let's first of all go to Malo. I feel for him. Like I'm not going to throw my toys out and not rate this player. I love Malo. He's a very, very good right back. He's a very good player, but this system is very complicated for him. I believe last season in the Pochettino, his role was very simple: have the ball, drive forward, attack with it, and be in the attacking area with Palmer. In this system, he has to invert, he has to play in the midfield, he has to do the defensive work, he has to come back and go ahead and do attacking work. He's very confused. He's right now out of confidence. Today, from the minute 5th or 6th, he was not even able to make a basic pass. He had an opportunity where Madueke could have been a one-on-one situation with Mazraoui. He had to make a simple pass to Madueke, and he fluffed it. There were so many opportunities where he fluffed his first touch. He was awful today. And he's not this type of player. Malo is still technically one of the best players in the team. He was one of the best players last season with Palmer. He's a very good player who is not straight away rubbish. He's a very, very good player. And I'm not even saying he does not work in the system or the manager is not really improving him. This is a tough system and he's learning right now. This is why with some players, we need to have patience. He's still learning the system. And I think in this inverted role, he's going to take Malo Gusto some time and patience to reach the potential he had to. And I think until he does that, it works in Sai's favor to play Cucurella, because Cucurella defensively is much more solid than Gusto. He's understands the system much better and is a left-footed player who works better on the left side. Today, Malo Gusto started on the right, his favorite position, but it was awful. So I can't even say he played out of position. James was playing as a left back or a left centre back. He played in his right position. But overall, right now, for the dynamic of the side, it works better to play James and Cucurella. And for now, drop Malo Gusto, make him learn the system in the training ground, and once he's ready, you play him. Right now, he looks absolutely bereft of any sort of confidence. Any sort of confidence right now, he looks absolutely bereft of that confidence. And don't know about other clubs. Stamford Bridge always used to be a bogey ground for Arsenal and Tottenham at least. I think it's not been a bogey ground for Arsenal for a very long time. For Tottenham, it's bogey anyway. They can't just beat us. Tottenham is a team we love to play. But Arsenal recently have doing really well at Stamford Bridge. Arsenal love to come to Stamford Bridge right now, and with the tactics they play, defensive tactics and counter, it works to perfection. This Chelsea side right now, we cannot break a side down. That's the reality. We as a team cannot break other teams down, and that works in the favor of the side which are going to sit back and counter, and that is exactly what Arteta is going to do. He's exactly going to do that. Play Rice part in the midfield, be defensively solid, have two centre backs playing as full backs, have literally four centre backs and two midfielders covering the defense, and then David Raya. Arsenal just will try to shit house a result and get away with it. We have to go on the training ground, work hard, and get it right, because right now in the big games, we lost to Manchester City comfortably at Stamford Bridge, comfortably lost to Liverpool. We've lost to drew to Manchester United, but it feels like a loss. We haven't been good in the big games. We need to go correct it down, because when a side gives us space, we love it. But when they don't give us a space, we hate it. That's not the way we can go, because once every side in the league figures us out, it's going to be very difficult to get the results. I'm still believing this side. They're really, really good, but we have to start even being much more better, much more consistent, and try to show better performances. And now quickly going on to another one to discuss is Jackson. And Jackson was absolutely not being helped by any of the teammates today. He was absolutely left isolated today. Absolutely left isolated today. I really, in every term, really feel sorry for him today, because Jackson was absolutely left isolated. He had no service, nothing to work on, and we played him like a Christian Benteke today. Long ball after long ball, win your header. This is Nicholas Jackson. This is not Christian Benteke, for God's sake. That is a tactic we were using today. Long balls to Jackson, hold it down so other players can come into play. Really, really wrong work by us today. And Jackson was absolutely isolated, had no link-up play available to him, and really poor performance overall. He's a better player than today, what he's really shown. And I think today, again, he was not really helped by the manager. And bigger to Predator Gaming, Harshan is absolutely right. That's a very, very disappointing draw, bro. Like, I'm absolutely broken in the stream. I've not been shouting, but I've no way been happy. I cannot be happy with this draw. This is a defeat. For me, I'm taking it as a defeat. We've got the 1 point. Thank you, and we get away with it. But it's a very, very poor draw today. Very poor performance. And I have to see a reaction from the side after this week. Newcastle, we could easily have used an excuse. We played a B team. We are resting our bigger players. We're resting them for a bigger match. Where was the performance today? Where was the energy? Where was winning the duels? Where was the energy that we see from this team always? Like, that is something which really disappoints me today. We saw the energy last week against Newcastle. We saw the energy against West Ham. Where was the energy today from the team? Where was the drive? Where was the dynamism today from the team? From the manager to the team, it felt like from the start, we just came here for a draw. We just came here for a draw. There was no dynamism. There was no attacking quality today. Wasteful, sluggish, defensively all sort of plays. Midfield was empty. Got the lineup wrong. And the players today, they did not apply themselves, to be honest. And there were only 2 or 3 decent performances today. Really poor all around. And Jackson, I will say again today, absolutely isolated. Never helped by the team today. So again today, I really even can't really criticize him, to be honest. He was absolutely left isolated. But that quickly makes me go on Robert Sanchez. What can I say? He was having a very good game today. Like, if this match would have ended in a victory for Chelsea or even a draw, but it would have been a 0-0 draw, I would have come here today and gave Sanchez an 8 rating, because his sweeping work today, his work as a goalkeeper, his overall work today was absolutely top-notch. Absolutely top-notch today by Robert Sanchez in terms of what he was doing. He was having a very, very good game today. He was claiming crosses. He was helping the team. And I was really, really happy with him today. This is a sort of player we have wanted to see for a very, very long time. This is a sort of performance we always wanted from Sanchez. But then he goes there and he has a bozo moment. Absolutely has a bozo moment. And this is something he's been doing for a very, very long time. Bozo. Absolutely bozo. I cannot really describe in words. I cannot really say much thing here. I can only say one thing. Absolutely bozo moment from Robert Sanchez again. Absolutely bozo. I have no words, nothing. Absolutely bozo moment. Holland was going nowhere. The job was done. The ball was already going away from him. And this is a striker who is not even confident form right now. Let him shoot. The ball was already going wide. Fofana was always going to come back. What are you doing? What are you doing there, Sanchez? And this is something he always does. He's always in a hurry. He's always too aggressive. He's always over smart and arrogant. And I love Sanchez. I want to back him. But he always has that error in him. always where I cannot have even a nice Chelsea match without a pain in my heart. That is how much I'm scared. Even when this man is making a basic pass, I am Sanchez, please, please clear it, clear it, clear it. That's the way I really go with it. And how can we progress as a side when he keeps on making mistakes? Against Brighton, we were lucky. Literally, he single-handedly would have cost us the game. Bournemouth made a great penalty save and an overall fantastic game. But again, had a bozo moment. For this whole season against Manchester City, Kovacic goal could have been avoided and the game could have been different. He conceded that. That's just been the whole story. The Liverpool match for the second goal again, a top goalkeeper most probably goes quickly and tries to get the ball away. So how many mistakes can we keep making and getting away with it? Like if your goalkeeper is costing you 10 points a season, how will you ever be a top four side? Your goalkeeper should be saving you 5 or 6 points. He's costing you 9 or 10 points. And again, but people are criticizing the manager. Drop Sanchez, play Jorgensen like Jorgensen is any better. Sanchez is still a better keeper than Jorgensen. And that is the thing. We've spent hundreds of millions, but we haven't signed the right goalkeeper. I only hope that Sanchez continues and improves more and becomes a player that does not have the brain fit movement. But that is me thinking that the world miracles can happen. But right now, he's a goalkeeper who one day can be like a Manuel Neuer, but the other day can be like one of the worst goalkeepers you ever see. And that's the reality with Robert Sanchez. And quickly now, going on to top four still the target. I was saying before the match as well, people were getting excited with Arsenal losing the match, City losing the match. Oh, we can be 3 points behind City. We are going to go above Arsenal. We are going to be in a title race. And I kept on saying, let's see today and against Arsenal what this team is made up of. And already it's very clear. This is not a 75, 80 point team. This is max to max a 70 to 71 point team today. That's a massive fact proven today. We are still a good side. We are comfortably going to finish in the top four. And top four still should be the goal of the side. And if we get a top four this season, it's still been a successful season. Back in the Champions League, project is going fine nicely. And I think top four is going to be a good season. And that has to be the target. But today, we put ourselves in a precarious position. We are now equal to Aston Villa. We are just 2 points above Tottenham. We are 2 points above Brighton. We are just 1 point behind Nottingham Forest. And we are only 6 points above Manchester United, who play next week. And we play Arsenal. And it could easily be from a great season Chelsea's having to being 7th in the league after international break. That's very, very concerning. That's very, very concerning. And I think top four is still the target. Hopefully, we can get there and get the target done. And today is a clear indication that this side is still not at the level you really want. Top four has to be the target, and hopefully, we can get it. Today's draws changes nothing. We are still in a good position to get the top four. But again, this draw still keeps United in the race. This draw still keeps Tottenham, Brighton, Villa, everyone in the race. And again, today, we just aren't taking the lead over other teams. When we get the advantage, we just aren't making anything out of it. And really disappointed. Really, really like it's broken me to bits today. I'm very, very disappointed. I might be being negative or whatever, but this hurts. This really, really hurts today. This match really, really hurts me today, guys. I'm so sorry if I'm being negative, but this really, really hurts me today. Has for need a good performance today. Sorry, next week. I think we need it. We need to now score some goals in the Conference League match so that we can get the confidence back, we can get the happiness back in the club. We need to go there in the midweek now and smash it. And then we have the match coming up against Arsenal. We need to win that. There's no ifs, but and maybe at least a win or a draw, but a performance is needed. And knowing Mikel Arteta, sit back and counter, that is something we don't like to play. That is something we really don't like to play against. And that is what Mikel Arteta will tell his side to do. Sit back, counter, sit back, counter. Man, broken. Like now we need to put a good performance in next week because going into international break on the back of 3 defeats on the bounce will not be a good way to go out of international break. Because we are having a positive season, the vibes around the club are good, everybody's feeling good. But now if we go and lose to Arsenal, draw to United, lose to Newcastle, out of the Carabao Cup, could be 7th in the league after before the international break, that won't be good. We need to go next week at our home and in front of our fans, put a display in where fans can see what this team is really capable of. We have to go there now and put a good performance in. Because today was a really poor performance from top to finish. I'm not hearing this manager bounce. That's why we drew. That's excuses. We were awful today. We were absolutely awful today. And that is the way I think we need to put it. We cannot really sugarcoat it. It was a poor performance from start to finish from the team today. Really, really poor. And quickly going on to Pedro Neto, and hats off to Pedro Neto. He was absolutely outstanding from start to finish today, Pedro Neto. And the man put his absolutely shift off. Defensively, tracking back, attackingly, he was always trying to make things happen today. He started the game on the left side, was again not given a lot of service, but whenever he had the ball, he tried to cook Dalo, but we never put him in the situation to cook Dalo a lot of times. Second half, once Mudryk came on, he shifted to the right, and anything for Chelsea was happening only through Neto, not even Palmer. Neto was the one who was providing us a width and the space which Madueke should have done. Neto was absolutely outstanding. Defensively, he was putting the shift in today, and Neto again showed why we signed him. He's a very, very good player. Good to see him being fit this season. Provides different dynamic, has good pace, acceleration, really keeps the ball nicely between his feet, and is very difficult to get the ball out of him. Really happy with Neto today. Really put a really, really good display today, Pedro Neto. So I think with Neto, I have to say hats off. Played really, really well. I think the difference between Manchester City, bro, being awful is you still have 2 points behind Liverpool. You still have 23 points from 10 games, and you have won 4 titles on the bounce. Chelsea is a team that's finished 6th last season. We haven't played Champions League football for 3 years now. We have 18 points, and a defeat next week could put us behind Arsenal, could put us behind even Tottenham, Aston Villa, Brighton, and we could easily be 7th or 8th in the league and behind Nottingham Forest, for God's sake. And quickly going on to the next topic to discuss, and I really want to talk about Caicedo. Caicedo was absolutely majestic today. Forget the goal, because goal was absolutely sensational. From start to finish, he was carrying Lavia in the midfield. Lavia had a poor game, and Caicedo was carrying him. Defensively, offensively, he was the best player today. Especially the passing offensively, he was the one who was making some chances happen, trying to defend Mudryk in the second half, trying to defend Neto. He was really good today in terms of offensive play. Defensively, made some really important block, really helped us play from the back. And Caicedo today, his all-round performance was fantastic today. And if you look at this Premier League season, he has been one of the best midfielder in the league this season. Absolutely outstanding. One of the best midfielder in the world. He has been absolutely outstanding for the whole season. And the strike is like a cherry on the cup of the cake. Absolutely stunning strike from Moses Caicedo. Because when this man scores, he only scores banger. Fantastic goal for a great performance, and rightfully the man of the match. Absolutely outstanding with Moses Caicedo. Really good to see in the performance he's putting right now. And he was absolutely outstanding. And yes, you're right. I think absolutely defeat to Arsenal could be detrimental. We could easily be 8th in the league by the next week. That's how much I'm disappointed with this draw today. And it's a defeat. A win today, and we are nicely going to the next week. What happens, that happens. Now we've given Tottenham a chance, Aston Villa a chance, Brighton, Forest, and so many teams. Even we've kept United in the race. I'm just very disappointed with the team today. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This feels like a defeat. But Caicedo today, hats off, absolutely majestic. Pedro Neto, absolutely outstanding today. Palmer, average, but still, Palmer was trying to find the plays and make the passes. Madueke, again, inconsistent. That is the problem with Madueke. 1 week good, 1 week shy, 1 week average. And that is the way with Madueke. But I feel for him today, because in the first half, Gusto was never really helping him. Gusto was not able to make a right pass, not find him in the right place. And in the first half, Madueke 2 or 3 occasions was screaming for a pass, and nobody found him when he was an acre of space. Then you go on to the other players in the pitch. Jackson, how can you even criticize him when the man was played like a Christian Benteke today? You played him like a Christian Benteke, long balls, keep hold of it. That is not Jackson's game. And he was not provided any service today. Onana had literally nothing to do. The only players today I really feel have played well and covered their performances is Caicedo and Pedro Neto. That's it. Reece James did well in the first half, but 2 or 3 occasions made very poor passes in the second half, which thankfully was not really like capitalized by Manchester United and Garnacho. For United, mazraoui, Casemiro, top class. Really, really top class. Caicedo, absolutely outstanding. And the only, I will say, shining light in a very, very poor performance today. This was not a match where we destroyed Manchester United, peppered them on goal. Onana was world class, save after save. I would have taken it. If we drew a match where we played well, we played good football, we dominated United, Onana was making save after save after save after save. Fair enough. Today, the performance in any way, shape, or regard was not up to the standard. One of the worst displays I think we played this season. We've had some poor games, Bournemouth, and I think I remember the Manchester City game on the opening day. But today, I think in terms of opposition level as well, this was the worst performance of the season. We were nowhere near in the game. It never felt like this Chelsea team was going to score goals today. It never felt today. It just never felt right that today we were going to score goals. Each and every attacker today had an average game today, absolute average game today. And I'm very disappointed today. But again, how much can we keep seeing? Which is very disappointed, but proud of Caicedo. Guys who are watching the video, please if you can leave a like and subscribe, it really means a lot. And especially your comments on the match. All this stuff really, really means a lot to me, guys. And quickly going on to this one, for me, I'm saying for a long time, this is a defeat. I don't even consider it a draw. This is a defeat today. Just proud that Caicedo struck that wonderful goal. Really happy for him today. And we still at least try to show the mentality to get back in the game. But I cannot sugarcoat my words today. This was a defeat. The performance from the start to finish today, we did not even try to play our football. From the start of the game, it felt like we were afraid. We were like not taking our final chances. We were sluggish. We were wasteful. We got the lineup wrong. And then substitutions were too late. I think it was just disappointing all around. The penalty which you guys can see was shambolic. Fofana was shambolic again. Fofana can do one good thing, one bad thing, and we cannot keep protecting him. Yes, he's back after injury from after 2 years, and we understand that. But this is a 70 million signing. Like at some point, we're going to have conversations where how Chelsea can go forward. Tossin is good, but is Tossin an upgrade on Fofana? No. So this is where again Chelsea have a lot of problem. We have a goalkeeper who is not a classic goalkeeper. He can have 89 minutes of a fantastic game, and then he has a bozo moment. We have a centre back in Fofana, two good things in the game, and then two awful things in the game. And then you've got Tossin, who is better in that department, but not in terms of his work on the ball. He's not as good. And then you've got Badiashile out of form. So for all the good work we have done in the front department, we still have a lot of problem defensively to solve. And today, again, in the midfield, it was absolutely empty. Like, we were lucky today. We were playing Garnacho, who was absolutely taking wrong decision after wrong decision. And we were really lucky today that we played an out-of-conference Manchester United side. Because any other side in the league, they smash us today. They smash us today. Really not good today. And in terms of performance, remember, put the name aside, Manchester United team aside. This is the team that's 14th in the league before this match. 14th in the league before the match. And the way we played today, it felt like we were 14th in the league and they were 6th or 7th. That's the way we played today. For me, this is a defeat. We got the draw, we get away, get a point. They still stay 6 points behind us and move forward. But very, very disappointed. I never predicted this game to be high scoring. I never thought we were going to go there, smash them. But at least I expected it was a victory and a dominating performance. And I think we saw none of that. Not even a good performance today. For me, this feels like a defeat. Let me know in the comments your opinions, your understanding of the game. Because for me, it was a shambles of a performance. I cannot really describe it. It was a shambles from start to finish. An absolute shambles today. Quickly going on to, again, just want to talk about match review. Reece James. I think Reece James, again, defensively was good in a lot of moments. Again, he played left centre back, to be honest. And again, this is something which really bothers me. Like, we have got a really good bench available, but the manager never used it today properly. Yes, we made an immediate change. Like something I've been praising Enzo Maresca this season for. He doesn't wait. Whenever he feels something is wrong, he strikes. He absolutely strikes and he goes for it. Today, I'm very disappointed in my manager. I love him. This happens. He's a young manager. He's learning. But today, I'm disappointed. Today, we could have brought in Nkunku earlier. We should have brought in Mudryk earlier. Madueke was not having a good game, but he still played 70 minutes. I think to be really honest, we should have brought in Nkunku. Jackson was not influential and we needed something different. We kept on. Lavie was not having a good game. We needed Enzo earlier. I think we could have brought the substitution earlier. So I think today, again, in terms of substitutions, I think it was just not right with the manager. Just imagine if there was an Asama Goa in United instead of Garnacho. I think anyone, today Garnacho is a very good player, but today I think Garnacho was not confident, not taking the right decision. Even if in Garnacho's position it could have been Rashford, it easily could have been a 3-1 defeat for us today, or even a 2-0 defeat. That's how bad we were today. For all the possession we had, we were not really good, and United still had the better counter-attack opportunity, better transitions, and that is what really hurts me today. That is something which really is bothering me today, to be really honest. And we did not use our bench strength well today. This is something we've got in abundance today, and we did not use it well. Manager today for me, sadly, was not proactive. We were not proactive today to take the decisions, and it just bit us in the back, to be really honest. That's the only thing I can say, that today all our mistakes, they bit us in the back. And I think the manager, in terms of substitutions, I think we got a lot of things wrong today. A lot of things wrong. Quickly, guys, going on to the play rating, please, people who are watching, do at least like, do at least subscribe. Your each support really, really goes a long way in helping the channel. So, guys, please, if you can subscribe, you can like and support the channel. It will really, really mean a lot to me. So, please do that. And quickly now, discussing about the play ratings and the performances we put today from everyone. First, let's start with the goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez. Blunder. This man is an absolute bozo. I just don't know what to say about him. I want to be loving him, respecting him, but I can whatever I can say. This man can turn into a flying Superman and then go on to be an absolute kitten. I just don't know what to say about him. Absolute bozo moment. What it does here, I just don't know. He was having a splendid game, a man of the match performance, and then he goes and does that. So with Sanchez, I have to give him a 4 again, just for the sake of that he had a good game before that. Have to give him a 4. Quickly going on to the right back, I think Gusto, poor. 3. Absolutely horrific. Could not even make a pass today. First touch was poor, and a player I really feel for right now. He's just not confident right now. I think you go on to the centre backs. Colville, 5. A lot of times out of position. Fofana, 5. Reece James today, I will give a 6 in terms, 5 or 6. He still has some good decisions, but also many times he was making really poor passes. Lavia, I will give a 6, an average performance from his standard. Caicedo for me has to be a 10, not just for the strike, but he was the best Chelsea player on the pitch and best player overall on the pitch. Then we go on to Palmer, 6. He tried to make a lot of things happen, but overall, sadly not at the level we expect. But he still was the only player, along with Caicedo, who was making that final passes into the box. Madueke, 5, inconsistent, not being held back. Gusto's poor match today, but Madueke was really, really inconsistent today. I will give Pedro Neto 7. He was the only attacker, I will say, who was trying to make things happen. And Jackson, have to give him a 4 or 5, but he was absolutely left isolated. Then we go on to the substitutes. Cucurella came on, still better, but he was so many times out of position, so I give him a 6. Mudryk came on, had some good like 1-2s with Enzo Fernandez and 1-2s with Palmer, but still many times he went there and lost the ball, but still I give him a 6 because he at least made an impact. And after that, to be really honest, I think manager should have made more substitutions, but he just did not. So I think these are my player ratings for the match. Do let me know in the comments whether you agree with this player rating, guys, or not. Do let me know in the comments, because each of your opinion, guys, to me really, really means a lot. Do like, do subscribe, and the biggest thing, let me know what do you feel about this match today. Like, do you think I'm overreacting or this feels like a defeat? Because for me, it's a defeat. And quickly going away on the last part to discuss before I end the video, because it's 1 o'clock in my place, so feeling a lot of sleepy and tired, is I still don't believe, man. It's quickly going on that this match for me will remain a defeat. I think start to finish, it was not a good performance of the team in any way, in any stretch. It was just not a good performance by the team. From the start, the way match started, I was really happy. I thought we survived the early phase at Old Trafford. First 15 minutes, we survived. Then we started controlling the game. So the first 20-25 minutes were good from the team. We hit the bar. We looked a bit more composed. And I thought now we are going to see the team perform better. But as the match went on, each and every attacker became worse. As the match went on, the midfield lost any structure it had. Defensively, whenever United had the ball, we were just absolutely afraid, scared. And as the match went on, it became worse. It absolutely became worse. Like Bruno Fernandes missed a chance in the first half. It's a very, very poor game of football today in the first half. Very poor game. In the second half, again, it looked like this match is going to end in a 0-0 draw. Sanchez, Bozo moment gives a penalty, but thankfully Moses Caicedo is there to save this team from an absolute embarrassing defeat. But that cannot take away from the fact how poor we were today. If Enzo Fernandez can hit a target, if Enzo Fernandez can learn how to hit a football in front of goal, we win this game. And then I'm absolutely praising the team here, but even then saying, poor performance, we got away from it. And really disappointed by the team today. I cannot really hide it. I think there were so many average performances today. The worst performance, I think even worse than Bournemouth one, because Bournemouth right now are a better footballing side than Manchester United. They're a better run side than Manchester United. They have a proper manager. They have a proper structure. So even if you play bad against them, they're a very good side. Today we played a side which has just lost the manager. And if manager bounces the excuse, then what are our standards? I'm very, very broken today with the team. I'm very, very disappointed by the team, guys. Very disappointed. I think they absolutely disappointed us all today. Very poor performance from all around. Bar Moses Caicedo and Pedro Neto, I think nobody really covers themselves in glory today. Very, very poor today. Do let me know in the comments your thinking of the game, your opinion, and your not man of the match, your good performances. For me, for Chelsea, there are only two players that put in a good performance today. Caicedo was Majestic and Pedro Neto. Other than that, nobody covered themselves in glory, and now we have to go to Arsenal and try to beat them. Because for all the positive feeling we've got, we can easily be 7th or 8th by the end of next week. I don't want to sound negative, but that is the way pendulum can swing. You can be great on one day and you can fall on another day. That's the way footballing world works. And I'm very worried that doesn't happen. But I know Mikel Arteta is going to sit back and try to defend. So thankfully, guys, thank you so much for watching today. Thank you to Manchester City fan, Harsha Predator Gaming. Thank you so much, everyone, guys, for all the support. Thank you. Wishing you all the best and have a great day. Thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.